Hello everyone, and welcome to my comeback. So then, it has been far too long since the last F1 video, hasn't it? But I am now definitely back, and we'll be bringing you league races every weekend, which I'm sure you will already be aware of. So before we get into that though, we will jump straight into the setup. And here we are then. So 4-1 wings. This is of course Cody's League Championship as well. 50-50 high large brakes, 111 balance, and 11-1-1-1 suspension. Gear ratio is a little bit like that, and of the standard full left camber and full right toe. So then, I want to just briefly explain, and we'll show you the whole outlap on this video at least, just briefly explain the improvements I've made, and then I will explain Codemasters League Championship as well. Try and do it in the space of this outlap, but that's going to be easier said than done, and I will also start by saying that I am a little bit poorly. I half lost my voice, and I'm just getting it back now, but so my commentary probably won't be quite the strongest, unfortunately, in my first video back, but we'll see how it goes anyway. Hopefully I won't be coughing my guts up by the end, but we'll see. So for the first biggest change I want to talk you through is that at the top there you can see I've inserted a sector time counter for quali. So you will be able to see my PB in each sector, which is actually my theoretical PB, which means it's not that those sector times weren't all on the same lap. I've just taken my best sectors from any lap and then added that up, and that's my theoretical best lap time. And we will get active sectors. So as I go around my laps, the current sector times rather will appear. And also then we'll get the best time, and you'll see a little bit more about that in a minute. And that's the only real change I'm going to go through with you. I've made lots of tweaks to the layout of these league race videos, and obviously the schedule of them, and the better quality, and all that sort of thing. But all that kind of comes with it, and we'll cross those bridges when we come to it, basically. But Cody's League Championship then. So this was a championship that obviously Codemasters hosted, and it's a league championship, so it was all the leagues against each other rather than the drivers against each other. And I'm represented AOR, and there's lots of other leagues. Nebula was our main competitor in this league, and it's me and Onage as well teaming up, which is good to see both of us back in a team. And it's very much a teamwork thing, so we're fighting for our league rather than fighting against each other. So you'll see a lot of that. But anyway, enough of that. Anyway, I think you pretty much get that. Let's now concentrate on this video itself. And I won't usually show that whole outlap either. That was just purely so I can hopefully explain it all, which I only just managed to cram in, didn't I? So here we go then. So pretty solid first sector. 0.68 is my current PB in the first sector. I wouldn't imagine about anything to slow-mo then. Look at that, almost hit Kramer there. In fact, I would have hit him if he didn't ghost, and I only saw him at the very last second because he was ghosting, so good job he was ghosting. But that was another feature I've added then, so live slow-mo, it's almost like live replays really. Just go slow-mo during the video rather than have to go back or anything like that. So you'll see that every now and again, not too often. I don't like it because it disrupts the flow of the video really, but just every now and again, just so you can appreciate things more as they happen. So pretty solid first sector, then about 3/10 down on my PB, and another 3/10 actually middle sector, so not ideal, but I just want to get a pretty solid lap in to begin with. I don't want to be cutting any corners or anything like that, and just want to get something that's half representable in to begin with, which is what I always aim to do. So I imagine I'll probably be a similar amount down in the third sector, but we'll find out at the end of the sector. So here we go then. Come around the last couple of corners. Braking into this one. It's important to get on the throttle very carefully through this final corner. Am I full throttle? Yes, I am actually, but you've got to be very careful with the wheel then, because you can get the wheel spin through there. And here we go then. DRS is wide open. And it's a 1 minute 21.099 then. So slightly different time at the top there. That's why it's called Codemasters logic, because if you add up the sector times, they don't actually quite add up to the overall lap time that they give you. So this doesn't quite work out. But I'm still on pole for now then. And I believe everyone's set a time, so for now I'm on pole. You see Tiamat there is also in, of course, a very big YouTuber. Nice to see him in the league as well, in the championship as well. So here we go then. Second lap, I've come in, put a fresh set of boots on it, and now I'm going back out for my second crack at it. 1 minute 21 to beat is my current best, one of the current best of anyone. So let's see then, coming to the end of the first sector now. Well, another couple of corners to go first. I should be able to beat that first sector, shouldn't I? Got 3/10 to have more or less in every sector. So definitely should be able to beat every single sector. Let's see what I do then. Come on, there it is, a 0.791 then, so yes, pretty solid, almost 2/10 up in fact on my previous best in the first sector alone, so this is a solid lap already. I just need to carry that through, and I'll be pretty happy with that time. I'm not expecting a 0.2, I'm hoping for a mid 21, perhaps a 0.5, somewhere around there, a couple of stabs at the wheel there, just trying not to cut the corners. It's very easy to do around this circuit, there's lots and lots of places that you can cut and extend, so we'll need to keep an eye out for that, but always trying to be cautious. A little bit of a cut there, a little bit ease off the throttle, that would push me a little bit wide, so I was 2.5 up in that sector. Still 2/10 down on PB though, that's quite a way, but coming into the final sector now then. And here we go, just trying to take the curves but not cut or extend the track too much. On the final couple of corners that hopefully I will be able to improve. Or even on my 0.813 in my final sector from the previous lap, leveling the whole lap time. Good to improve every single sector. Bit of curves left. Let's use all my curves. DRS is wide open then for the run to the line. It should be an improvement. It should be a 1 minute 20. It is a 0.748, then 3.5 tenths up on my previous, and now 6 tenths up on P2, but I imagine they'll come a lot closer than that by the end. And let's have a quick look then. So at the moment, and Team Etmard's actually half a second off me, so still quite a way. Kifler there, who's from Nebula, you can see that 5.5 tenths, so quite a way off they all are. And look at that, it's the first sector, I'm absolutely smashing that, 0.791, and Team Etmard's only done a 0.2. So quite a way off, and looks like Kifler's done a 0.0 first sector. That's a bit better, but quite a way off there. First sector. Middle sector, I'm actually losing time. I'm losing 2 tenths to them in the middle sector. Final sector, once again, I'm gaining the 2 tenths back. So I'm solid in the first and third sector. So it's that middle sector I really need to improve then. So if I'm going to improve my lap time, that's where I need to try and find it. So we'll see what I can do on this final lap then. So here we go. Brand new set of boots, and look at that. Just 15 seconds on the clock. I will be the last guy to cross the line. And if I get to the line, it's going to be pretty tight. Actually, 10 seconds, I should be okay, but leaving that very, very tight indeed. Using all of my curves then for the line. And of course, when you get a full recharge, here we go then. Just 3 seconds after I cross the line, so leaving that pretty tight. So first corner then. Very easy to cut. Managed to do it. Did extend a little bit though. Not ideal, but we'll get away with that. Using about a quarter of my curves then. Making sure I'm on rich, make sure the DRS is wide open once again. Braking very, very late to the next corner. Shifting it right down to first gear. Get it turned in. Quite deep there, but we've got away with it. Didn't actually touch the curb, which is what we need to do. And that was sweet. They're just sliding it through there. Just got on the throttle nicely. Picked up the throttle beautifully. So end of the first set, this should be up, I'd imagine. And there it is, 7 hundredths up then. So quite a way up and not far off my PB. Actually only a couple of hundredths off my PB. So here we go then. Coming into the second sector now. Hopefully I can improve. This is the sector I know I can improve 2 tenths. It's quite a way I can improve the middle sector. Oh, a couple of stabs at the turn in there. But we'll get over that. It wasn't too bad. Still managed to make the apex nice. And my throat's starting to struggle a little bit now. And end of the second sector. And can I improve? No, I've actually lost time then. Oh, a little bit wide there as I'll miss my apex on that first part of that chicane. It's so important to know your apexes, particularly on the final lap when you've already got set a good time. And so I'm actually 3 tenths off my best middle sector now, but still 4,000 up on this lap, so I should still be able to improve if I'll need it. I'm not sure if I will or not, but I'm still pushing hard, trying to improve the time if I can. Come around the final couple of corners now. Braking, the last braking point on the circuit. Get it all turned in a little bit deep there, but again, we'll get away with that. Hard on the throttle, full throttle for this final corner, I imagine. Yes, easily. Using the rest of my curves, then DRS is wide open. This should hopefully be an improvement. It's going to be pretty close, I think. What is my time going to be? It's going to be 1 minute 20.685 then, or 687 according to the game. So just about managed to improve and did manage to take pole position. And so I will take that almost 2 tenths up on Team Etmard there and 2.5 tenths up on Kifler. And Ownage there, who I believe is on primes. That's why he didn't really feature in this qualifying session. 1.3 off. That's a long way, even on primes. So we'll see how that plays out in the race, which of course will be tomorrow. And there we go. Let's have a quick look at the sector times then. So a couple of hundredths off in the first sector off my PB. And 3 tenths off my PB in the middle sector. That's a long, long way, isn't it? And about a 10th off my PB in the final sector. So if I took it, well, I could easily take 2 tenths off in that middle sector, couldn't I? But a 0.4, but there we are. Certainly good enough to take pole, which I will absolutely take, particularly on this track where it's so easy to cut and extend. And I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.